So it's a Friday afternoon, and as you can see, it looks like I'm really relaxed, and it looks like I got off work early. So I should tell you something about myself. So I am actually a licensed professional counselor, or some of you may know as like a psychotherapist, and I have jumped into the adventure of running my own solo practice. Yay, like everybody's like, oh, when they hear that, like, oh, I'm so excited, I'm so happy for you, like that's a great accomplishment. And yes, saying that my video is too dark, I don't get this. So I really am going to do this very raw. I think honestly, the raw it is, the better it is. I think I get kind of boggled down in my head. So I think it's important to know that I am a perfectionist, or I aim to be a perfectionist. And I know that's hard to say because personally, being a perfectionist is not good. Like I tell my clients, like, don't be a professionalist or a perfectionist. And I also suffer from wanting to be everything perfect. So I have battled back and forth about, do I want a YouTube channel? Should I have one? Yes, of course. And then I'm like, oh, I can talk to my people and I can like do all these things, right? And then I get too much in my head, right? And then I'm like, oh, it doesn't look right, or it's not professional enough, or oh, I gotta get this, and I never do it. So I have these great dreams and I don't do it. So I think I'm just gonna do it raw. Like I think if I just do it raw, especially in the beginning, just like from my phone and just go with it, I think it will help me. And plus they always say if you start like really high, like really, really high, like where else are you gonna go? Like then you're always topping it. So maybe I'm kind of like sabotaging myself a little bit. So if I drop the bar so low, it's like, hey, your first video was too dark. You rambled. You didn't have a script. There's only so much where you can go, right? It can't be too more awful. So you're in rise. So I don't know. Maybe it's like that subconscious thing that I'm kind of doing for myself. But I think I want to talk about it. And a lot of people don't. And I think part of the reason why I struggle is because I am doing it on my own. Solo practice. Here in the state of Texas, that's where I'm started here. And I think it's a great thing because I'm in a big city. Like I'm in Harris County, which is like Houston, right? So that's a benefit. It's definitely a benefit. So I would tell anybody, that's a big resource. There's a lot of people here. So somebody's going to reach out and say, I need therapy, and they're going to try you eventually. I think today is just, I decided that I'm going to start this vlog. I think I'm going to do a video blog. I think that's what I'm going to be, because short, quick, some days long, some days not. I think it would be, one, it's probably really good therapy. Two, maybe somebody else is also thinking about this journey and I can help somebody along the way. And even if you're not like thinking about like, oh, I want my own solo practice or anything like that, maybe you're just thinking about being an entrepreneur and you feel like you're on an island by yourself and you're like, I need somebody else to relate to, and am I the only one that's feeling this way, or I don't know, right? So I'm here and I would love to like hear other people, like if they have a journey or if they're frustrated, or I don't know, just shout out to me in the comments, because it's hard. This is difficult. I do this alone, I'm single. I have no kids. So people be like, oh, that's a blessing, and it is. It's like, it is. And at the same time, it's like, it can be hard. It's hard because it only comes to me. Like at the end of the day, all my bills still come in. Like there's no relying. Like if I fail, I fail. Like if I feel like I'm gonna fail hard, like I'm gonna fall on my face. Like if I fail, like the bills still come in. Like there is no like backup plan. Like I don't have anyone to be like, oh, here's the money for the mortgage. Oh, here's the money for your car note. Like, oh, you don't have any lights on, like it's all on me. And so I've been doing it for a year. I just jumped right in there. I quit my job. I retired from as being a teacher, and something that I've done for like 16 years. Like that's a steady income. If anybody's ever a teacher and professional in education, like it is guaranteed. But like, as long as you go in, you do your job, you don't beat up no children, you don't do nothing like horrendous to children, like you're going to have your job, right? So it is a guaranteed paycheck. 12 months out the year. You got to take your salary, divide it, right? 24 payments, you're going to get paid. Rain, sun, clothes, school clothes amount, you're going to get paid, right? And I took a leap of faith, a huge one. And I just said, if it's now or never, right? I did a year. I was in the classroom. I've done a lot of different things. And one day I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that journey. But I just took a leap. And it's been a year. It's been a year. It's been a year. 100% paying myself. I have that within it, just paying yourself like that. That's a whole nother, that's another video on its own. Right. But I think this whole purpose today is just kind of be like, hey, I want to document this because I'm at this point in my private practice that I'm good. Like, I'm good. And the issue with me is I have to keep propelling myself. Like I have to keep challenging myself because I get bored. And then if I get bored, problem number one with doing it from your phone, you're going to get text messages and notifications. Probably should put my phone on do not disturb, but too late for that. Because I'm posting this, like raw edit, I'm posting it, like suck it up. This is the first one, right? But I have to grow. Like I have to always feel like I have to be striving for something else. And so if I'm not striving for something else, I am not, I get bored, right? Or I get challenged, or I feel like my life is not being fulfilled. I'm missing my purpose, and I get frustrated, and I get down on myself, and I do get depressed. Like I do. One of my things with my clients is specialized in depression and anxiety. So because I know what it's like to have those, I know what it's like to deal with anxiety. I know what it feels like to be depressed. And I know that's like one of my triggers is that if I am not fulfilling a goal, I get really hard on myself. And then I'm like, what's the point? Right? So I'm at this standstill right now, which is funny in the standstill. I'm actually really doing good. Nobody would really be like, oh, in a year, I've been full. I can't complain. And I'll explain like, how do you start your business and how do you get this? And what are some things I did? Right. But, I am a year in, bills paid, nothing, turned off here. I'm in the dark, but I like natural light. So I do have lights, y'all. They're just not on. But like, they're not turned off. Like they're just not on. I like the natural light. But I think I'm ready to grow my practice. And this is the frustrating part because yes, you can continue seeing clients and you can fill your caseload up and you can have all of this. But at some point you get to this threshold, you get to this ceiling, and it's like, I can only give so much of this intellectual mind. I can give so much therapy without me kind of like crashing and burning. And so like those last people in the week is not fair, or the last people at the end of the day is like, I'm questioning myself. Like, did I give them good therapy today? Like, I don't know. Was I the best therapist I could be? So you hit this ceiling and you have to push forward, right? So for me, I don't think adding more clients is what I should do. So I'm not going to add more clients. I want to build my practice. And so I think if I vlog this, then that will give me some motivation, because maybe I'm helping somebody else, or when I get frustrated on days where I feel like I suck and I'm like, what were you thinking? Or just documenting like the everyday down to this, or weekly. I'm not even sure if I want to do this daily, weekly. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm really making this up as I go along, but I feel like this is part of the push to build the practice. This is a push to be like, am I going to do a group practice, or what am I going to do? Right. And so I'm really in the beginning stages of this, and I'll have to show y'all like the next thing that I'm about to do. Like, I'm about to do some real goal setting here. I got my books, and I'll show you that I'm going to work these things out. I got a lot of ideas. And what happens is these ideas get stuck up here. And the first thing I tell my clients to do is write this stuff down. And I'm a therapist who doesn't always take their own advice. Till I had somebody say, don't you plan this out? Don't you write this down? Where's your board? Where's your goals? And I'm like, it's all here. And it drives me crazy. So take your thoughts and put them down on paper so you can put them into action and give them timestamps and dates, which is what I know. I know this, right? I don't do it all the time. So I'm going to do it. And I think if I document this visually as a video, that I'll probably hold myself accountable. And then two, y'all, if I get viewers, y'all can hold me accountable, because then I feel like that is serving a purpose. Because I feel like if I'm helping somebody else, even if it's just one person, like it could be the same person over and over again, and that would be fine for me, or like question me or tell me they have a question or a comment. That would probably be enough motivation for me. Like, it doesn't take much for me. Like, some people like, oh, I need followers. Oh, I need like a lot. I don't. I literally need like one person. So like, if you are listening and at this point you're still listening to me ramble, you might be that one person. Just hit a like hit a follow, subscribe. Hey Shanice, like, you ain't made a video in like forever. What you doing? Like, I think if it's just one person of continuality and be like, hey, that helped me, or like, hey, I want to know about this journey, or I'm trying to do it too, or let's connect. I think any of that will help, because right now I really do feel like I'm on this island and I don't have a lot of people in my circle who are doing this. And because I don't have a lot of people in my circle doing this, and at the age that I'm doing it, like, I'm not like super, super young, but I'm not like super, super old either. Like, I'm right at the prime of my life. It's hard because I'm at this place, and I do feel like I'm in an island. So I think if I just connect with other people, or even just document my journey, it will be good. And guys, the videos will get better. Like, they won't be in my robe with my, Renaissance t-shirt on, sitting out on the couch, chilling. But I mean, when else are you going to start? Like, the lighting is probably bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure this will definitely get better, because the perfectionist in me will still kind of kick in and be like, hey, unless y'all like this, like, if y'all like this casual, candid, like, you just, basic in a sense, then let me know, because I might just keep it this way, or just like, boom, phone, this is what I'm doing, boom, in the office and stuff like that. So, but I really want to do this. I think just doing this right now, this small little conversation, is helping me. And my goal is to help somebody else in need and document my journey as I grow my practice into whatever it's going to become, right? And I'm going to do all that and show y'all that along the way. And hopefully I inspire somebody else, or maybe somebody else will inspire me. And then I don't feel like I am on this island by myself, right? So peace out. And I'll be back soon. I'm going to be back real, real soon.